What's up, guys? So we're at the end of the week of a guild war, right? And I was recording the whole... Luckily, this is only my round 1, match 1 fight, yeah? And they had a Commander Lorena at the start of their team. And while I was recording, I was like, okay, this is kind of going long, right? This fight was going long. We're winning, obviously. But just with all the buffs, it was going long. And then I look at my OBS and realise nothing's recording. So that's good. So I managed to pause. At least I found it at the very first fight and not at the end. But yeah, we managed to pause that and keep going, so that's okay. So basically what they had was kind of a tanky Commander Lorena, not on a lifesteal set. And I made a mistake at the very start of the fight because I forgot that Flurry is of course going to provoke my Luna. So it just took a bit longer. It didn't really, it didn't make me lose or anything like that. It just made the whole fight take longer. But we're going to win this round 1 here. And what we've got is we're against Aura as a clan. And currently I have... 2 fortresses, and if I beat both the fortresses, I'll open the stronghold. So that would be cool. That's what we're going to try and do here. We're just going to sweep the fortresses and then the stronghold. So a nice burn there finishes off the Diane from the Izaria. So basically that was a Diane, Flurry and Commander Lorena team, so a 2 defense 1. This team here, we decided that if we can go first, which we have gone first, that this could be a team that's glass cannony enough that my Ludwig can kill it with the Alot's buff, and that's what we're going to try here. That's what at least our theory is going to be. So their Assassin Collie is actually faster than their Shadow Rose, which I think, of course she's a crazy fast unit, right? But I still don't think that, like, what's the point in having Shadow Rose if you've got a unit faster? I guess for the stun setup, but then it doesn't make too much sense. So we are going to buff our Alots here, and hopefully we are going to... See, this Assassin Collie looked kind of glass cannony, didn't she? So a buff, no penetration of course, but that's okay. This should do enough. We just buffed on an AoE. No time matter either. Oh, not quite. It didn't kill anything. He has got barrier now though, so we actually don't mind him getting hit, honestly. Like, he's not going to die from any of the hits here. He can take a stun, that's fine. My Alots could die to the Watcher of Shuri now. It's kind of okay because I have another setup for my... Ludwig on my Aramintha, so he probably is going to die now, right? This is honestly totally fine. So now we actually do want to kill the Watcher Shuri though, because we are going to eat a stun, and she is going to move another turn. So we've got to be kind of careful here, but let's not throw the baby out with the bathwater just yet. As long as Ludwig can actually move, we should be okay. We wouldn't really want to lose Shadow Rose, and we might lose Shadow Rose here, right? Just because he's going to do so much damage. But maybe, yeah, so we are going to lose Shadow Rose. Because Ludwig is so slow. This is an interesting one, right? So I might actually just concede here. I think I could win. I tell you what, I think I could win even when Ludwig comes unstunned. I don't think they would be able to kill him. But I might just concede because it should burn down his tower, and then we can use our teams for the other 2 stuff. So that just, this is just more like a tactical concede than anything else. I still actually think we could win the whole fight, but it just doesn't matter. So look, this gets 200 havoc, even on a draw, and burns the tower. That is because of this 23 tower setup. And look at the deficit here, it's just ridiculous. So we did take that out. It was a bit of a tactical one. So we're going to go on, and we only lost Alots, which is totally fine. Like, it doesn't matter whatsoever. And if we think about it, the Ludwig did not quite kill, so maybe it should have had a Crimson Armin setup with, like, Aramintha. But then it would have been too slow, so it's okay. Our thought process was kind of correct, it's just our Ludwig just didn't deliver, basically. Which is probably my fault, if anything else. So, top here, they have a 50 in that Violet. They've got Kais. I always like using Flurry against Kais because she's kind of a lightning rod for the Kais. Just kind of like she is a lightning rod for K-Ron when we have him because of the provoke. So we have Flurry. Maybe my Luna against their Kais could work. I mean, this team actually up here could just work, couldn't it? It's not as exciting. And then at the bottom here, what could be going on? Shadow Rose. Now maybe this is a team where I can go this setup. Where I can go the actual full damage setup. It might be a fast Angelica. We don't really care about them having immunity against penetration. It doesn't matter. Haste will S3, but no one's going to die on an S3. It depends really on their speeds, but my Crimson Armin is not that slow that she could be slower than all of them. She could be slower than the Haste and the Angelica, but not the Luna, and then that would be fine. Let's just try this. I just want to see what this works. Now I've got the Aramintha up to level 60. And up here, let's just try... I guess they're gonna go on Luna, which is gonna kind of suck, but we should be okay, I think. Again, we can use the Flurry to provoke one and then the Izaria to armor break another. So the Silk is next. So let's get a provoke on Silk, armor break on the Kais. The thought process being, even if we didn't armor break Kais, we probably can kill her with a Luna S3. So, oh, my cat there just agreeing with me. Might hear my cat randomly. She likes to walk around when I record. Okay, so do we get the armor break? Nope, but the Kais is crazy squishy. Okay, we did get provoked. See, that's it, perfect. And now we kill the Kais, right? We can do it with an S1. No need for an S3. Which lets Violet. He'll probably go on Luna. Yeah, but he's not going to kill her. No way, not at level 50. But we probably will. We do want to get him out. We want to get him out of there, right? Or we want to get him provoked or whatever. So we can do this again. Maybe we get the provoke up again, and then we can provoke the Violet, and that would help us. So we'll let Izaria work on the Silk, and she is also very squishy, probably about 6k health. We can put the provoke on the Kais, on rather the Violet now, and then that is... Oh, we didn't get it, but we can probably kill the Silk here. And then we can S3 and kill this Violet, and easy peasy, no troubles here. Kind of a... This is kind of an old school team, right? You're not really seeing Silk much more. They all have hardly any health. And they didn't move first. So if that team doesn't move first, it's never killing anything. And that's the danger of that one. Right, let's see what's happening over here. What is this? A super fast Luna? What? People build stuff real weird, man. But it might be okay. Honestly, it might be okay. Because my Crimson Armin is just so happens to be faster. Let the haste go now and do nothing. I can't believe that Luna was faster than Angelica. At least I had a fast Angelica. I've been coming against slow Angelicas. So this is going to do absolutely nothing. Fantastic. We like that. That's why we love invincibility and immunities. So he does nothing on an S3. So they do have barrier, right? But if we buff now... So the question is, you could AoE, but it doesn't... No, you couldn't AoE here because they've all got immunity themselves. So it's immunity versus immunity. And let's see how much damage we do here with attack buff plus penetration. They do have immunity and barrier, so it's not kind of like a fully clean set, but it does a pretty reasonable amount of damage. Pyrominth going to die here, which kind of sucks. Does that lose my main setup? But we're not going to cry over too much spilt milk because I think an S2 from Ludwig will be able to kill. This is definitely not going to kill anything. They didn't even get the vampiric touch, so we're not going to be able to stun here, but we are going to go for a kill. And it might be good enough, and it is plenty good enough, so that takes out their main threat. So the next turn now is, can we get a provoke on the haste? We can indeed, that just helps us out. Even though he had nothing left, he only got his S1, but he does look like he's got an attack set, so you've got to be kind of careful. And now, because I have the elemental advantage, I might just try and ping off the... Angelica, maybe, but I haven't got an attack buff. And then haste is, of course, the threat, and he does have to die. No, let's just go on haste. Let's not... I guess we don't mess around, but she is going to be able to heal. That's the problem, right? Heal, and she's got, like, we're going to try and get a provoke on her. Or, if I provoke Angelica, that also kind of stops their buffs. But we didn't get it, and she's got an Idol's Cheer. So we've got to be kind of careful now, because it's Ludwig versus haste. Oh, and he's got a Rihanna and Lucilia, and he just got the vampiric touch. So we don't have any buffs, I don't believe. And a burn is not going to do anything here. The only thing that I could possibly do is steal a barrier. Or steal invincibility, couldn't I? So this team didn't quite work out because it didn't kill again. So I can't get an immunity. That means Ludwig dies. That means that is a loss. So just leave there. So this is again lost with the Ludwig setup. So they had barriers, they had immunity. Maybe if they didn't, I would have won. So probably you need to go fast. So that team doesn't work yet until Crimson Armin is faster, basically. And they had a fast Angelica. But nonetheless, we did really what I kind of wanted to do, which was open up this guy, because we hardly ever get to hit strongholds. Now, he has got a couple of 50s, which kind of sucks. So, because I just don't want it to be, like, I don't want it to be, like, I could have just rolled all of these teams with A teams, right? I could have just done, like, Shadow Rose, Flurry, Luna. That would have killed everything on every single team. And then I could have done some stupid fast teams, but it's okay. We want to just have more fun, and we want to make sure, like, it's a good little litmus test for Ludwig, right? Because if he's not killing the gear of these players in that setup, he's not killing the gear of the higher tier guys, which we face in, like, the top 15, say. So, it's a good litmus test to know that I need a different setup, so that's mainly what that's for. Right, let's see what else is happening here. So, at the top here, I wonder if I could just, I wonder if I just try and auto, like an A team. Like, what if I just auto this team up here? It probably wins, to be honest, if I just auto it. Maybe I just auto it. And at the bottom here, maybe let's get rid of Ludwig. He's been in 2 fights, and I'm not happy enough. Let's go for this really fast team that I like to use. So actually, we get rid of Izaria, like this. And then we go for the Sid. I just want to go for like some fun teams. See if they... And these teams actually do work. This team is actually quite well synced. So I don't mind that team whatsoever. And then up here, let's go for... because they're kind of tanky, so I don't even want to use Ludwig anyway. Let's just use Luna, and... Though this is the kind of team that I can use like random stuff like Dark Corvus and things, but let's not do that. Let's just get the finish off here, because we've had 2 draws, right? So let's get an actual win. Let's just A-team this. Maybe I A-team auto this. Like, let's just... I've never done that before, but let's try that. Let's just auto an entire guild war. Okay, no matter what happens, I'm going to auto this round 1. Like, even if it's going to cause me to lose, and I shouldn't, I'm just going to auto the round 1. In theory, because the team is synced well, and because all the moves are just S3 based, it should work, right? Like, there should be no problems with the auto. So I just want to see what happens when I auto. So it decided to pick Destina to provoke, but I guess she's going to pick Cecilia to kill because of the elemental. Oh no, she's going to pick the armor broken target. Okay, so there goes Destina. So now their Bellona comes. So this is going to be like my biggest threat, I guess, if they ignore the Bellona, because she can of course do damage. There's an armor break. Now that Cecilia is very slow, and the Bellona is very glass cannony. But if they get a provoke now, maybe they can survive. But it depends. Oh, my Luna decides to not go on that, but she goes... Okay. And so auto worked pretty well there. So that's like what I call an A-team. That should really beat anyone, and especially at this set. Okay, at the bottom here, we are way faster. Look at this. Look at the speed stacks. Okay, so Kais is the main threat, right? And she's the only... This one we probably can't auto because it's a bit more finicky. There's like a couple of funny targets that you would have to pick that I don't think the AI would pick and things. So this is an easy round 2. She nearly killed him with an S3. Oh my lord. Okay, so Wind Rider should just let me go twice. Maybe Sid will kill 2 things here. So cut and slice. He's going to do a ridiculous amount of damage. Then we move on to the Izaria. Oh, he nearly kills her. And then, like, what do we even do here? Maybe I just do this on him, see what happens. Like, we're not going to lose, I'm just going to auto the rest of it. But, yeah, okay. So that was a kind of a fun guild war. I made a mistake at the recording at the start. I pulled 2 draws, but they were totally on me, right? It was Ludwig not doing the damage that he should have with only an attack buff. I wonder if you had a defense break. I wonder if something like Bellona, Crimson Arm, and Ludwig would be one of the best setups or something like this. But that was good. We managed to hit 2 fortresses and a stronghold, and we never normally get to hit the stronghold, and we have a huge havoc deficit. So Fun Wars, let's go and do a random summon, right? Let's just go and do a random daily summon. I like YDCB. He does this. Shout out to YD, Summoner War streamer. And he normally does a random summon at the end of his stream, and we can do that here. Covenant summon, random, and then we'll just review the unit. So we'll click it through, let it spin, see if we get anything good. If not, we'll review the unit anyway. Click through, nothing lightning happening. Sword of the Morning, rubbish, food, fodder, just sell it. You're not going to use it. Alright guys, thanks for the video. Peace.